I think that's enough nostalgia, I think. Hello! Welcome back to part 13, where we were in the middle of a championship. And I think we just finished round 4? So we're going into round 5 with our Mazda RX-8. It is a literal egg. It is a literal egg. Yeah, and here's me on an actual PS2. My camera is facing way too much of an angle. Like you can see into the black abyss that is my kitchen. Oh, that's at best. That's at best. I'm not looking at doing many, if any, of the Enduros today. We are going to start hitting that point where we need to hit the one-make races pretty much exclusively soon. When 24-hour stream, I wouldn't do a 48-hour stream. 24 maybe. If we ever hit a major milestone, like for example, just in the wild instance here, but we have to hit a very major milestone, and I will solo it. But until then, yeah. I don't intend to do that anytime soon. I don't think me and Sam have both got very cramped schedules, it wouldn't work. I would do it solo if I got the opportunity, but like I said, I think you'd have to hit a very special milestone for me to do that. I think I would do it if we ever hit, because I'd have to make it worth my while, right? Well, I wouldn't do it for the sake of I'm trying to. If we ever hit Twitch partner or 10,000 followers, I'll do it. And I can come back to this video one day and say, I made a promise back then, I'll do it today, tomorrow, or whatever day it is. Too few. It's too few. I'm not gonna broadcast to no one. Like 400 followers is like right around the corner, but that's too little, I think. For me to go through that, it's got to be something quite special, and I'm not gonna do it in. Okay, that's fine. 10,000 followers or Twitch partner, and I'll do it. And that I will guarantee you. So if we ever hit it, I'll have a good reason to, because at least I get something out of it that isn't just for the sake of doing it. Like it's gotta be a two-way thing. You guys get content, and I have a reason for doing it. I know someone on YouTube did a whole like 100% playthrough in a week. But that's because they are a full-time streamer and like content creator, so they have the ability to do that. I don't. I have a real job to go to, among other things. Oh, did he? I had no idea. I didn't catch any of the stream. I was working so flat out. I didn't catch any of it. I saw the 3-hour video that he made though, that James worked on. But yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it on an emulator. I've said many times before, I'm not an emulation person. So I'll do it legit. Hi, unofficial hardware here, but I do have ways around it to play. And I'm doing it exclusively for them. I'm not like, because as you can imagine, I work 5 days a week in a full-time job, right? Like most people do. I don't get the time to realistically sit here and just leave my consoles on overnight. And whilst I could, it wouldn't make for interesting content with nothing going on, just idly watching a car drive around the track for however many hours, right? The only reason I even did it for Tokyo Extreme Races 0 was because it was on autopilot, so I didn't have to play, and there was no AI way around it, really, other than leaving it on overnight on auto drive, and I couldn't speed that process up. There was no way I could physically speed that up, which is the only reason I did it. But then again, TXR0 has some of the insane requirements I've ever had to try and do in a video game. Like, when I say they are legitimately mental, I'm not joking. They are absolutely insane. Like, to 100% the game, you have to drive 5,000 miles in a single car. No, 3,000 miles in a single car, 5,000 miles in total. To get 2 opponents to get the last boss. That took 3 days of leaving my console on overnight. My PS2 is old, it's not going to keep doing that. Yeah. That was a in-game 100% requirement. But this is for a game about street racing around the Tokyo C1. Can you imagine trying to drive 3,000 miles of that same map by yourself, legitimately? It's not happening. Bear in mind, right, by the time we got to that point, By the time we got to that point in the playthrough, the most miles I'd racked up on a car by that point where I realised we're going to have to start doing this was 100 miles. 100. Hey, I have done 200 point races. I don't want to hear it. In fact, I've done 6. Also, this car was free, and I've not had to spend any money on it. It's also stock. Also, this car is comparable to the other opponents. Just so you know, I worked it out. If you drive the exact same stock car as the opponent, default difficulty is 60. So 60 points is considered default. That is everyone in the exact same car, the exact same performance, no changes. It's 60 points. 10 points also was the difficulty of, I think, what was 10 points? It also, like, what was it? I can't remember which one it was, but 10 points has also been like the Supercar Championship. I think it was. We had the TVR Cerberus B12, which is like one of the only legal cars. All the other AI had better cars than we did. Like, that's a 10-point race. Theoretically speaking, if I give this to an AI, the AI can't win this. It has happened. I've given this exact car to an AI to complete the racing B-spec. They lost. Thank you. It is technically a comparable car. The difference is my skill. As for why the game considers this car better than the GT500s, I don't know. I don't know why it does, because statistically it isn't as good. I have what? 501 horsepower in this according to the game. The GT500s are on about, what? 480, 490? So I'm in an equivalent car. I've not made this as hard as possible, sure. But I haven't made it easy like, oh, I'll just bring the Minolta or the Toyota 7 or whatever. I haven't been that bad. I've actually bought an actual GT car. And generally speaking, on the most part, I consider 100-point races winnable. I consider 100-point races winnable on the most part. There are some instances where it's just not the case, because something bugged is in the game, and it's just like, it's just uncompetitively unfair. I'm also... You've got a tie with love. I already see what's coming. Someone just sent me a notification on Discord, I don't know, I guess. I'll have to check it out. SRX8 is such a... Bear in mind, this championship is net profit, everything. Because the car I used to win this was free. This car to win this championship is also free. So this is all profit for me. State during VO. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the LMs, as it were nerfed for Gran Turismo 4, and a lot of the LM race cars were made into more touring cars. Like the S2000 and the Altezza come to mind, but the RX-8 and the RX-7 basically retained their performance, as did the XJ220. That also retained its performance, the LM. But the XJ220 LM also goes back to Gran Turismo 2, where it was not that competitive as a GT car compared to some of the opponents it was up against, from what I remember. Yeah. Well, the C5R wasn't concept, neither was the Viper. The Camaro and the Zonda were. We have the Zonda, but I don't want to use it for this championship. I want to be in what I call, quote, comparable cars. There it is. Thank you for the gifted sub, Larry. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. But yeah, my plan for this playthrough is comparable cars. So for the hard rally events, I'm mostly using rally cars. Which, by using rally cars, I mean I'm using one, which is the Lancia Delta HF, not the S4, because the S4 is broken. Although we have the S4. We have the Escudo, but I don't want to cheat. So yeah, that was the thing. So actually, that brings me on the DTM Championship. I have the car I want to use already. I don't need to go win it. I already have a compatible prize car. It's probably the weakest car in the field as well, in the grand scheme of things. Oh, is he gonna gift another one? He's taking that first, is he? Oh, I think Larry's going for that first. That first place gifted sub. There you are. 15 gifted subs, that's crazy. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Oh god. Mazda. Also, there's no Mazda JGTC cars at all. So, big sad. The prize car for this is technically the best car for this championship. Go, Max. Yeah, auto mod ain't impressed, Larry. Oh yeah, the Esso's broken. It was going to be my go-to car. Honestly, it was going just because I like the car, not because it's quick. I actually just like the car. But yeah, the Esso just cleans house. The Esso Ultra, I don't know what it is, but the Supras just clean house in this championship. It's generally the Supras, then the GTRs, then the Honda NSXs. But yeah, if you... I can go to sleep now. Have a good night, Larry. Thank you for joining. Oh. Hydrate. Hydrate. I need to go get another drink. My tyres are a bit knackered. Whoops. That's a lot of hydrate. Okay, I get it. That's empty now. Chug. I did. I literally put it vertical. It was just really long. Like, if you don't believe me, there's nothing in there. Yeah, the SO Supra has been cleaning house in this championship pretty hard. The only real battles between the Takata, the Nismo, and the AU Suruba. Another 15 grand. Unfortunately, my AI has cost me a clean sweep so far, so we're going to have to redo the Suzuka East race. Because the AI was too tantless to do it. I might let the AI drive this one, so I'll set a quality time, and then let the AI drive. Because I hate this track. I just hate Hong Kong. Ow. If the Hondas have a lot of acceleration zones, they're the strongest. Ah! What's the one more thing? I don't understand why you really want that, because you're definitely not, like, a pay driver. I don't know why you keep thinking you're that bad. We'll quickly set a quality time and let the AI driver. Lance Stroll. I'm trying to think, who would the German version of Mick Schumacher be the equivalent, right? No, but I guess he wasn't a pay driver either. Who was a German pay driver from F1? I can't think of anyone. If anyone can think of any German pay drivers for F1, was he? I'm pretty sure he only got signed half the time because he was related to Michael, but he wasn't as good as Michael. But I don't think he bought any money. He just bought the Schumacher name. Right. I'm gonna let the AI win this one for me because I hate this track. It is hot garbage. Amazingly, the ARTA is... Wow, the SO's had a shit qualifying. That car's had an atrocious qualifying. Of course, I don't know why there's cats in the back. We might actually see someone other than the SO get second at this point. I like how every time I go to swap to this screen, it cuts my signal. It's quite funny. That's embarrassing. You qualify like what? 4th? And you still go backwards. This ARTA must suck. Suit covers. I mean, these two seem okay. They're keeping my car honest at least. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that these cars are as old as they are now. And the Hondas being slow is also no surprise. I don't know why they're Hey Vitor, welcome in. We're just quickly simming through Hong Kong because I hate this circuit. And it's just funny watching how far back the Honda's dropping actively. Yeah. Half the cars in this game are over 100 years old now. Some. Not all, but some. Looks like we've got a comfortable car lead here, but obviously, spare a thought for our Honda drivers. But the Hondas are not having a fun time in this championship. As for why they're so slow, I'm not actually sure. They're the only mid-engine cars. I'll say that much. They are only mid-engine, so I'm assuming it's to do with that. That's why they're so slow. E60 M5 is almost 20 years old. Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy how old some of these cars are. Like, this car apparently came out in 2001, X to doubt. This was a 2001 season, 99 season. Oh, these two had the same grid, by the way. These two Supras here, this SO boy here, and the AU Surumo, both in the same season of Super GT. I'm not actually sure who would have run this. I'm trying to work out which team would have ran this Toyota. I'm not actually sure. Obviously, Nismo ran this car. Obviously. That's Team Surumo. That was Team Dome. That's All About Racing Team Aguri. Who the fuck ran this car? That's Lazarus. Nice. SLR's 21 years. Yeah. I mean, I'm 26, right? So I was 7 when this game came out. It doesn't feel like I was 7 when this game came out. I must have been like 8 or 9 then that I really remember playing this. That, I just don't know why, but that statistic, as real as it is, does not sound right to me. I was 7 years old when this came out. How does that sound so correct, like, actually? And so wrong in my head? I swear I was like 5 or 6 when I played this. But I can't have been. It didn't exist. It didn't exist when I was 5 or 6. What the fuck? The Supras are clean. Yeah. Yep, yes it is. For better or worse. For better or worse, yes, it is over 25 years old. We'll take a free win. We're all aging at an incredible rate. We are all aging at an incredible rate. And yet here I am at 26 years old, still playing this game. Oh dear. This would usually be the season finale. I don't know why it's only round 7. No, round 8 even. Oh boy. The thing is, right, whilst I agree we need more Super GT JDTC cards, the big problem is getting the license for them, apparently. Like, I say that, I guess that's not strictly true, because Forza is the newest game to have added a Super GT card to the game, which was the R33 1990. The 1998 Nismo entry, the number 23, Pennzoil R33. Yeah, Night Glide. Night Glide straight up. Still waiting for that car. Did you guys see the SEMA car show recently? Did you see what some of the cars were on display? The real question is, which one do you think is going to win the Gran Turismo award? Which Well, GT7's already got three generations of car. The thing that they have is that they've got 3 generations of JGTC already. They've got the early like GT ones, like the ones from this era. They've got the 97 Supra, they've got the Naughties NSX, and they've got the Nismo R34, right? And 2 of those were in the game at launch. They've got the 08 Epson NSX, they've got the 2008, I think it was, NSX, and the 08 SC430. And then they've got the RCF, the NSX GT, the Audi RS5, which was the same category in a way, in that they were built to the same race, and obviously the 2016 GTR. No game has a Civic Type R GT yet, although if I had to hedge a bet on who would get it, my initial guess would be Gran Turismo. My initial guess would be Gran Turismo for them. But not right now. Forza's getting Trans Am cars because the SCCA is American, and that has a lot more history than the Japanese Grand Touring Championship. Much as I hate to say it, Trans Am, the SCCA goes way, way back. We're talking Can-Am, so 1960s, 1970s. JGTC officially started in 1994, I think it was. The only thing that is weird about JGTC that Super GT doesn't do now is that JGTC originally was GTS/GT2, GT1 spec cars retuned alongside the Skyline, NSX, Supra. Because it had Porsche, it had Lamborghini, it's had McLaren, it's had Dodge, it's had Ferrari. Obviously, none of those foreign manufacturers stayed. It is very much a Japanese-only championship. Although it would be really, really fun, I think, to see. I think it'd be really, really fun to see another a foreign manufacturer go over there and make a fourth manufacturer. GT300 Cavalier. To be fair, do you know what? Whichever game, I'll say this, and it'll probably go down like a sack of bricks. Whichever game gets a GT300 Prius first will be considered the greatest racing game of all time. Because it's a fucking Prius. Nissan Cube, one boxy boy. But no, give me the GT300 Prius. Give me the Apex Racing GT300 Prius any day of the week. Or, better yet, one up it. Go take like Gran Turismo 6, which is the only game that I know has the car in it. Imagine if either GT7 or Forza Motorsport Reboot or whatever, whichever game gets to HSV 010 first and gives it an actual audio file. Like, just give that a legitimate V8 audio file and you'll win gamers everywhere, because that thing is probably up there, and this might not be agreed by everyone, but the sound of that car is up there with the Carrera GT and the LFA, which people widely regard as the best sounding cars ever produced. I'm personally not in that boat, but the HSV is definitely up there. There is live footage of the Mitsu team running it around Sugo and some test footage. That was really fun to listen to. If you're a fan of like old F1 engines, you'll like the HSV. But I would 100% pay to have a genuine version of that car in a game that isn't obviously a mod like a Assetto Corsa or R-Factor or whatever. So the HSV was basically made at the time. From what I remember, the Honda NSX stopped being manufactured, and its lease as a race car had expired. Super GT gave them a special exemption in 2009 to run the NSX for one more, on the proviso that they run a new car next year. Honda didn't have a compatible car for GT500, but they had made like the concept version of what became the actual NSX that we got a few years ago. And it was that concept that the GTA in Japan, that's not even a joke, it's called the GTA in Japan. The GTA basically said, okay, we'll let you use this, but it's got like limited shelf life. So they went away, then the new Acura NSX came out at the time, and they replaced it with that. And because it was a DTM spec merger at the time, it was built to Class 1 regulations. A lot of people drove the HSV, but it was only if they ever raced the Super GT. But yeah, that's why we got the NSX GT concept. which eventually got retired last season, obviously, for the Honda Civic Type R GT, which is still one of the most bonkers cars I've seen in a while. But Super GT is still very much a tire war series, and I'm so glad there's so many tire manufacturers. It actually makes things interesting, as well as the balance of performance, obviously. But that's what I remember anyway from the HSV. It was a short-lived race car. Not only that, but Honda were also like, that's their flagship sports car. Honda do not make anything now because they've retired the NSX, like the old NSX supercar that we all know. That's not manufactured anymore. The Civic Type R is legitimately Honda's sports car right now. They don't make anything else that's comparable. It's the only reason they had to pick it for fucking GT500 regulations. Because they don't manufacture anything else. They make the Civic. And that's it. They make the Civic. Mugen's still around. In fact, Mugen run a car in Super GT. Obviously, it's a Honda Civic, but Mugen are still around. They still run cars in Super GT. Don't worry about that. Mugen is to Honda is what AMG is to Mercedes. You can consider Mugen like a works team for Honda, basically. They don't make the Honda Jazz or Honda Fit anymore. I'm trying to think, what do Honda actually make? They make the Civic. They make crossovers. HRV. Fucking off. No, to be Honda HRV Dakar car maybe, but not a GT5. But I actually can't think of what cars Honda make in the UK that's not the Civic. It's probably crossovers. CRV. Well, I know they make the CRV still. How old's the CRV now? I can't remember. Cannot. Basically, they don't manufacture a lot of things anymore. Basically. And that is the bottom line. They just don't manufacture much anymore. But they don't manufacture a lot anymore, so yeah. I wonder what happened to the Accord, but I'm glad they still make it. We used to get the Accord over here in the UK, but we don't get it. It's like a... I genuinely think the old Japanese saloons over here are... well, they're going to become sought after. Because they just don't make them anymore. But over here, you think of a Honda, you think of a Civic. That's about it now. It is the only car that is sold by Honda in the UK that's actually any good. Everything else is like soccer ball stuff. I mean, it's not even that it's the government. It's emissions. It's European emissions. That's what we have a problem with. All of the cars we want to make, we just can't get them under emissions anymore. That's why they're all going this hybrid route. But hybrids aren't the answer either. Not basically, unless we can make fully sustainable fuel that does not involve fossil fuels, we will never fix the problem. Well, it's about 30 grand here, at least for a decent spec'd out model. And I don't mean the Type R, but that's about 30k. You can get a Golf for the same money, maybe slightly more. Brand new anyway. I feel like that's why a lot of people go for the second-hand market now. I have no idea how people in their right mind can afford brand new cars. That's just wild to me. But yeah, I have yeah. New cars here are expensive, and they're always fucking SUVs now. Everything that's sold over here is like a four-wheel drive, like SUV crossover bullshit. Golfs are boring. Golfs are boring, that's why. They're good cars, don't get me wrong. The Volkswagen Golf is a fantastic car. It's just boring. Like, don't get like performance and interesting mixed up. You can appreciate a good car when it's good, but it doesn't have to be interesting. But the Golf just isn't interesting anymore. Hell, over here, Ford recently canned the Fiesta. You can't buy a Ford Fiesta over here anymore. Yeah, and most of them are big crossovers. They're big crossover SUV type cars. They still make the Jazz. That's impressive. That's really impressive because I've never seen a Jazz over here. Oh yeah, but you get a Golf R, you're still beating a lot of things around most places if you get a Golf R. That's what I mean. The quality may have gone down, but the Golf R as a vehicle is good. Or even a GTI is still good. It's just not interesting. It may not be the same quality, but it's still a good car. If you catch what I mean. They do here. That's what Ford do here. They've canned the Fiesta. They don't make the hot hatch anymore. The closest thing to a hot hatch you'll get is a Focus. That is now the smallest car Ford make here. Ford Ka? No, they don't make that anymore. Fiesta? No, don't make that. It's now a Focus only. It's still a big box. It doesn't have to be long to be big, it can be tall and still. But it's not exactly what you consider a hatchback. You know what I mean? Like, you could make a sports car, but if it's like the size of a Jeep Wrangler, is it still a sports car? Probably not. Oh yeah, the new Capri is awful. Puma I know, Cougar I know, the Explorer I know, the Capri is new, it's terrible. The Mach-E is now a bloody like electric car, obviously, which is ruining Mustangs. The Ranger and the Raptor, they're big fucking trucks. No one wants these. No one wants these. I don't think the Focus will be discontinued, not for a while, because it's still popular elsewhere. In Europe it's still a popular car, so they won't discontinue it yet. But the Fiesta, I'm still baffled as to why. I'm still really baffled by the Fiesta. I can't lie. That one has complete, because it means we now don't have another, like, I guess Corsa equivalent. Yeah, they're using Land Rovers for like a slightly leafy street in the middle of London. No one needs a car that large. And I mean no one. No one needs a car that large. At all. Second-hand car market's just gonna fall like a fucking stone. Over here. And I still don't understand how they can make big-ass vehicles like that for cost-effective when no one... They're apparently selling well enough for people to keep buying them, but I'm pretty sure that's because it's the only option. As a first-time driver, if I ever got my license, I wouldn't want a big SUV. Same weight as a Lotus Elise. If you take all the doors off, take out all the seats, all the padding, you might be left with a car about the same weight. Well, if everyone's buying them, they're doing something right, which is apparently just existing. Hey, James Games, welcome in. Like, let's be honest, right? How many people, realistically, and I know it's different everywhere, but realistically, who is racing their cars on a day-to-day basis? Realistically. It's going good, man. It's going good. We're just trying to finish off the All Japan GT Championship in GT4 as part of a massive 100% eventually playthrough. But realistically, right, no one is driving their dailies and going racing with them. The only people that are 19-year-olds that have just passed their test and want to race their mates down a pothole covered road and break the suspension. Do you want me to tell you, do what? If you ever remember this Top Gear episode, you might remember that an M3 was more fuel efficient than a Prius. You might remember that stuff. That's obviously not the case anymore, but back in the day when technology was still kind of new with the Insight, the Prius, what have you, yeah, it was not great. But Toyota have made, what was it, the Mirai? They made a Mirai, and you could buy one of them over here in the UK. You can buy a Mirai here in the UK, but there's only 4 hydrogen gas stations in the whole country. There are 4 hydrogen gas stations in the whole country, and they're all in London. Should probably tell that to Toyota because of their hybrid Prius, which they've stopped now, by the way. They no longer run a Prius. Do APR. They run a GR86, I think. But Toyota have taken they've taken a hydrogen Corolla, I think it was. They took that to the Super Tight Q event at Fuji. I don't think it finished. I think they had to pull it in because there was it was very, very, very likely to go kaboom. You know, like the Madagascar, like Yes Rico kaboom sort of. And they had to pull the car in because it couldn't drive safely. But that's the problem with hydrogen. If it goes wrong, it goes catastrophically wrong. So, but I mean, you can probably find a news article somewhere, probably on motorsport.com or something. But they ran a hydrogen powered Corolla, and it finished the race. But I think it spent 15 hours in the garage while they tried to fix the engine, or I think they had to pull it because something had gone wrong in the engine. It's funny because it's always Toyota innovating. It's always Toyota innovating. It's always Toyota. It's never like Renault or, God forbid, like Aston Martin. It's never anyone like that. There's probably, I still don't understand why F1s are completely sold on hybrid engines, because they're not the answer. If they're going for these like net zero fuels, right? If they're going for like net zero, I don't think we'll ever see engines like the RB26 and the 2JZ again. But that doesn't mean that other engines are bad, if that makes sense. Let's be honest, right? No one bought a Supra to drive it stock, did they? And it wasn't until Fast and Furious happened that everyone wanted one. But Supras, genuinely, and I'm going to annoy a lot of people, the R34 and the A80 are cataclysmically slow cars when they don't have any upgrades put behind them. That was a save and a half. But on their own, as default cars, they are atrocious. And I'm going to upset a lot of people with that statement, but they were slow as hell. They were 1.5 tons. They were 1.5 ton cars. They were heavy. They were really heavy, and they did not have a lot of power to pull them along. 270's fine, I suppose, but like, they weren't exactly known for being world beater stock, were they? You get what I mean? Half of them barely got into 5th gear if you ever put them to the red one. I'm still wondering how many more car manufacturers are going to go back on the all-electric policy. A lot of them have already. Yeah, but even if you go by that statistic gentleman's agreement, how fast were they really? How fast were they really when their speedometers could only go to 180 k's? Which, okay, is just shy of like 124 mile an hour. If you ever got over that, you were probably going downhill. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not slow cars, but on their own merit, like if you had them completely stopped, they're beating nothing. It sounds awful, but I can almost guarantee you. And again, this might be slightly controversial and you might not want to hear it, but I could almost guarantee you a European hot hatch of the same time period. So, give or take, it's a little fun, yeah, but let's say you go for a Focus RS. Focus RS, I could almost guarantee you, will put a Supra to shame around the track. Or a Golf GTI of the time. Because they had way more agility, they were lighter, and they had, give or take, slightly less power. But they weighed like 200-300 kilo less. Technically, no. It's the method we use to propel them. It's the method you use to propel them that is technically the cause of pollution, right? But think about it. Everyone goes on about how like everyone was like diesels are the next best thing. Remember when the diesel engine came into the thing? And they were, oh look at this. This is a fantastic idea. It's got all of these benefits, but you get way more miles per gallon. And then look what it did to the environment. So they went back to petrol. And everyone's like, oh, look at these electric batteries that we're making. forgetting that to make a battery you have to blow up the planet anyway, which is arguably even worse than all the and you can't recycle batteries. You can't recycle batteries. Like, they are awful to get rid of. And you've not only just made the environment worse by blowing it up, you've also ruined the environment in terms of degradability, because they don't degrade. Genuinely, at the minute, the best thing you can do is petrol. Statistically speaking, that is the least egregious way in the long term to save the planet, is go back to petrol. At the minute. Because all you're doing is just changing where the pollution starts. It's just more instantaneous. It's okay when they're on the road, but electric cars' lifespans are what, 5 years? If that? Maybe 3 if you're lucky, if you're driving it daily. Those batteries will degrade, they won't hold as much charge, they won't go as far. And what are we going to do then? Also, it powers off electricity, which is also powered by fossil fuels for the most part. So until we get renewable energy as like the mainstream, we will always have a pollution problem. Yeah, but they're trying to make that. I don't know if you've seen how aggressive. Like, Scania makes V8 diesel engines for their trucks, right? I don't know if you know how aggressive those emissions are, but they have to be met somehow, and Scania can do it. Yeah, but we don't generate the majority of electricity for the planet using solar, do we? Or water, or air. We have wind turbines which supplement it. We have solar panels which are great in summer. They're a bit dumb in winter. And then you've got, obviously, like, hydropower, which is water and dams. And we don't have a lot of them either. So where do you go? Where do you go from there? If we ever have a technological revolution, like, I know how a lot of science fiction games feel like, oh yeah, on Earth in like 2150 they found alien technology which advanced their technology, like Earth technology, like 300 years or whatever, right? Sure, if that ever happens, we might be okay. But in our lifetime, realistically, I can't see us having that technical revolution. I just can't see it. I just can't see us having that technological revolution. In our lifetimes, at least. Maybe, like, another 1,000 years in the future we might have more. Maybe. But chances are, we won't even be on Earth by then. We'll be moving all around the solar system. Well, at least that's what you'd hope. I like how we're having an existential discussion about... Well... Yeah. Do I like electric cars? I think they have a place. I don't think they're the worst thing to have ever happened. And I don't think anyone will disagree with that. But there's a time and a place for everything, right? And if you honestly want my honest opinion... the biggest problem is us, as people. As a human species, we are the problem. Do you want it? I think electric cars have a time and a place. But in all honesty, I think the biggest problem is humans. Because we don't want to put in any effort. Like, think about it. We have completely green, as you want to call them, methods of transportation. We have bikes, like bicycles. You've got public transport, which people won't need to use a car to drive, okay, that's got problems, but in a theoretical ideal world, you've got bicycles which cost nothing but your own energy. You've got buses which are there to propel people around, but obviously the biggest problem we have is that people do not want to put any effort in. They'd rather drive that 5-minute drive instead of walk for 20 minutes and carry it all back. Humans are lazy. If we were more proactive as a species, we would have less of an issue. Because people realise, like, oh, like skateboards, bicycles, okay, sure. I get if you're going cross country or whatever, right? You might want to drive, or if you're going abroad. Right? But why drive? Why have a car? Like, all you're doing for the car is convenience. That wouldn't fix it either. Oh yeah, I've got to go fix Suzuka Reese, haven't I? But genuinely speaking, I guarantee you, if 20% of the people that drove a car, right? If 20% of people drove a car, went to bicycles, to skateboards, to public transport, to just that sort of stuff, right? We wouldn't be in this situation now. But because, as a species, we are incredibly lazy, and we don't want to do anything that requires much effort, that's the problem. We've got the means to do it way more efficiently, in terms of saving everything, but until we change how we go about our habits, we will never fix the issue. Like I said, electric cars have a time and a place. They really do. But the genuine solution to global warming and like air pollution and air cleanliness is us. If we can convince people to drop their cars, start going green, like we've been telling people for years, and people start doing it properly, and we make decisions designed around that sort of thing, there's no reason why we couldn't smash that down. But until people stop driving cars, we won't fix that issue at all. I can guarantee you now, most places do not have the road infrastructure to support the amount of traffic on them. Like the UK definitely doesn't. The UK does not have the infrastructure to support the 30-40 million cars that are in the UK. That is 2/3 of the population. That's 66%. We will, which is why we're trying to find a way out of it, like batteries and hydrogen. But they've all got problems and no one's invested. Like I said, as a species, we are lazy. We don't want to fix it until it's too late. I'll say it. But obviously, that isn't everyone. The majority of people genuinely want to do the right thing. Some people just choose not to. Like, let's be honest, right? Can I ask you guys a question? And I want an honest answer. If public transport were more reliable, and you had more effective ways of carrying things like grocery runs and everything like that from a shop to your house, or your commute to work, would you sell your car and do everything by a bicycle? Or, like, in an ideal world where everything was actually effective, on time, and actually worthwhile, would you sell your car? That is the question. Like, I'm not saying it like it is now. I'm saying in the theoretical situation where you had perfect public transport, it was always on time, it went everywhere. Like, you could get around everywhere by basically public transport, cost effectively, right? Would you? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Would you sacrifice the convenience of having a car if you could do everything yourself and contribute towards not being the problem? I don't have a car. I'm used to like cycling, walking to work, right? I walk a 20-minute commute there and back every day. I do 8-9 hour shifts. I come home and I sit down, right? Obviously, I live in a block of flats that's whatever, and it's like I don't have solar panels. But if I could make, but the first thing you think about is how can I lower my electric bill? How can I lower my electric bill? How can I lower my water bill? If you're willing to make those sort of sacrifices with your bills to save money so you can do more stuff you like, if you can get rid of a car, that's a lot less expense you have. It's just, if you're theoretically in a situation where, well, buying public transport for what I want to do is more cost effective than having a car, you're not contributing towards global like warming because you don't have a car, you're not driving to work, that's one less car on the road. You can get to from work with public transport, obviously can be a bit of a problem at times, but you could also blame the amount of traffic on the road for that. Think about that for a minute, or trains or whatever, right? You could theoretically get wherever you need to go on public transport. You just don't want to pay for the inconvenience of taking longer to do it. I'm so busy reading chat. Theoretically, unless I have some sort of dream car, then yes, I'd get a commuter. If you have perfect public transport. So, like I said, I get long distance, right? But theoretically, that's why I'm asking. In the theoretical situation, you could get anywhere you needed to go reliably without the need for a car. Would you do it? Or if it was like a 10-minute walk, like you say, you'll walk. A little bit of effort is like, think about how much fuel and stuff you'll be using in a car, right? That's all I'm really asking. If you think about it from a perspective point of view, if you could do it in 10 minutes, or if it was not an inconvenience for you to not use a car, would you not use a car? Because the biggest thing a car offers you is convenience, right? Let's be honest, that is all it is. And a convenience for most people usually goes hand in hand with, oh, I love owning this car. For example, I've said this all the time. For my first car, I want a VW Lupo. Not the GTI, just a regular 1.4 Lupo. You know, the one similar to what we have in GT4. I'd love a 1.4 Lupo for my first car. But I don't require a car for work. Hell, when I used to work in Salbom, which is about, by car, it's about half an hour, right, from where I live to Salbom, where I was working. That was a half-hour drive, right? Half an hour drive. How long do you think it took me on public transport? How long do you think it took me on public transport to get from where I used to live to Salbom? I wish. So I was... Well, nuclear is its own problem, to be fair. If you could just do it responsibly, that wouldn't be a bad shout, but it would be a problem. No. I was getting up at 5:15 in the morning to catch a bus at 5:45 to then transfer to another bus at 6:30. I would arrive at work at 7:55 in the morning, right? How much money do you think I saved by taking public transport? How much do you think I spent a month getting to work? Just public transport, so no fuel bills, nothing like that. £56 a month. I spent £56 a month. That's your weekly fuel bill for a month. Think about that for a minute. For most people, 50 quid is their fuel bill. A week. I spend that in a month. And all I had to sacrifice was what? 2 hours of my time? Effectively. Bear in mind, that was a one-way commute. That was a one-way commute. It was a 2 and a bit hour commute, one way. So I spent nearly 4 hours on public transport. But do you know what I could do on the bus that I can't do in my car? I could sit on my phone, I could read a book, I could listen to music, I could play games, I could browse the internet, I could charge my phone and not get in trouble for it. At all. Because you can't use your phone while driving, so most people just put on their Spotify playlist, right? I could do that as well. Most people can charge their phone in their car with a USB port or whatever. I can do that on the bus. But I can sit on my phone for nearly 2 hours just doing whatever. And save over, like, what, £200 a month by not paying for a car, insurance, fuel bill. All for what? Sitting on the bus for 4 hours? Do you know how much stuff you can get done in 4 hours? Obviously, the trade-off is for that extra 250 whatever a month, if you include your car insurance, your fuel and whatever. Exactly. I spend less than you per month, but obviously the biggest trade-off for people is, but you do that trip from 2 hours to 30 minutes. Fair point, but, like, is it necessary that you need those extra 2 and a bit hours? What are you going to do at home? Most people will probably cook, shower, get changed, watch TV. Yeah, but that's just fuel, Vitor. That's my point. You spend £70 a month on fuel. That's not including your car insurance, that's not including your car maintenance, that's not including your, like, road tax. You get my point. That all adds up. And all you do is just sacrifice more of your time. But on that, in that free time, sure, you get more of it by having a car, but you also pay for the convenience of having a car, and for most people that convenience is worth more than their time. Time's money at the end of the day. But what do I know, right? It's not like I did that for 9... I did that... You can see, it just adds up. It just adds up. Do you know what? I was working in Southam for like 9 months, right? In 2 months of working there, I got a new phone and a new chair in that time with the money I saved. Because I was desperate for a new phone. Because my other one was really, really old and falling apart. And I needed a new chair because my other one was completely ruined. So I got a new chair and a new phone. That was, what, 350 quid in 2 months by just not spending that money on fuel and car. So there are pros and cons to obviously owning and not owning a car, but the biggest pro is convenience. That's it. That is the biggest pro of owning a car, is just convenience. But everything else is, it's more money. And then the cost of living crisis like we're in here in the UK, money's a premium. at the minute for most people. And don't get you started on like your on top of like your living expenses and stuff like that. At the end of the day, a car is a convenience, but it's also a luxury. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. If you really want to make things work without a car, you can still find ways to make it work. Don't get me wrong, I get why people want cars. I do get it, and I'm not disregarding that fact. But I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, if you don't need a car, you shouldn't own one. But that's not how people work, if you catch my drift. If you need a car, by all means, own one. But if you don't need it, why do you have one? If you catch my drift here. That's all I'm trying to say. And I like how we've been ranting on about this for like nearly an hour and a half, and I still don't know what on earth. Can I get my Lancia Delta yet? I still can't buy my Delta! Ah! I want my Lancia Delta at this point. It's alright. I don't mind the conversation. It's kept you guys engaged. It's kept me engaged. This is what I live for on stream. I love talking with you guys. So whatever the topic is, as long as it ain't gonna get me banned, I'm happy to share my thoughts and opinions on things, obviously, and we can have a constructive conversation. I don't mind having constructive conversations. It's just that, obviously, I systematically weigh things up. It's just like, do I need this? Well, not really, but there's a difference, as I've always said, between need and want. If you want something, it means you want to own it. If you need something, it means it implies it's a necessity. That's just me though. Maybe I'm a bit old school in that regard. But hey, we should probably go do a rally race or something. Where's my Delta? Let's go do a rally race. I don't even know which one we're going to do. I just know that Delta's going to be the car of choice. We've hit 41.2% completion. Yay! We are slowly getting there. Right, what are we going to do? Which rally do I hate myself enough to do? Do you know what? Let's give George v Paris a go. I don't know what car we're going to race against. There we go, we've got racing mediums on now. What have you guys been up to this weekend then? Anything fun? Oh, I have a feeling we're not winning that. I have a feeling we're not winning this one. Oh, we're a bit shafted there. Shit, okay, well. 191 points race, okay. Okay. Oh, nice! I'd love to go on a road trip, but I don't have a car. But there's no, again, you can always take a road trip via some like train, if you get what I mean. You use trains to get around and visit places, but obviously if your family's in the middle of nowhere, then sure, I guess. Convenience of a taxi wouldn't hurt. I don't think we're going to win this race, fellas. I think that 205 will be a bit too quick for us. Maybe we should have picked up the Delta S4 for this. I'm pretty sure we I don't think we're winning this. I don't think we're winning this one. Is this the only opponent in this race? I can't remember. We're 4.8 seconds back. We might have to grab the Delta S4. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm a terrible driver, but yeah. I think that 205 has us by the balls. Yeah, I think that 205 is a bit too quick for us. Then we have to. I don't think we're going to see that one out. I don't think we've got the car for it. Let's go grab the Delta S4 because that will be on par with the 205, I think. I think that might actually be the prize car. Now I think about it. That could well be the prize car. Oh, the car list is reset. Okay. Well, the bellet's there, I suppose. We could grab this quickly. I don't want to buy. I don't want to use this car now. Right, let's try. Does that mean the thingy's here now? No. Still no. We're really late into this car rotation list and the Delta's still not appeared, like the road one, that is. We're gonna need this, I think. Brand new car to add to the car list of cars we've used for this playthrough so far. How many are we on right now? We are on 25 total cars used for this playthrough, by the way, right now at the minute, fellas. I think we're doing not bad for keeping the car list minimal. We'll go try V Rally, George V Paris, even. Hopefully this time we'll actually be able to compete this time with the 205. Watch the 205 not be the opponent now. I'm calling it. Watch it not be the opponent. Oh, it is the opponent. Oh, they both sound the same. Oh god, the car don't stop. Delta S4 is known for being a bit shit. Oh. Wow, this car's garbage. Is it on racing super hard? Is that why? Do the rally cars come with racing super hards equipped? can see the 205 just down the road. The same gap back. Do you think we'll beat the 205? I mean, we're on even. We're technically on even pegging here. My Twitch chat's just started to decide refreshing itself for some reason. Oh, there we go. It's now loaded back now. I think we're on the wrong tyres. I just don't think we have the tyres to keep. Do we try wall riding? Was that faster? I don't know. That's not faster. Probably. We shouldn't, again, we're kind of resorting to cheeky tactics here. Why is that 205 so quick? God damn. We're running wide for the sake of running wide. Ow. Not like the AI is like prone to not running wide either. The AI is definitely running wide. That corner's screw me up every time in this car. We are 5.6 seconds back. I might just have to retry. This car's garbage. I know it's not a great car, but still. I don't think it's this bad. I'm assuming it's the tyre compound. I'm going to assume it's the tyres. And I don't want to spend more money on tyres. I'm gonna restart. I can't do that. Oh, it is the tyres. It is the tyres. Yep, that'll be it. The tyres are racing super hard. No wonder this thing was dog shit. I can't even like. I actually need to set. I'm gonna have to go on racing mediums. I would have thought. That was probably a bit cheeky of me, but... What is the prize car for this event? Does anyone actually know? Ow. So we can beat that 205 if I just drive better. Even on the racing super hards. Just about. Bonk. That corner I can't cope with, man. By braking too late and the car just goes straight on something else. I'm just interested that the 205 was like the only opponent you could get here. He's having issues as well, to be fair. That Evo 2 is having problems, just like I am. And he's on better tyres than me. Also, the AI gets to ride the walls, I don't. That's not fair. Ow. Whew. Right, okay. That car's keeping me honest, I've got to be careful still. Oh, come on. Whew. Yeah, that car is struggling as much as I am. I'm not sure why he gets a free pass for hitting all the walls. It's weird seeing Bib and Gum on all the banners around here. Good old Michelin man. The Michelin George V Paris rally. Boom. Look, the AI's hitting all the walls like me, and he's not. Why does the AI get to wall ride? That's not fair. Try and just focus on not crashing at the minute. But we've only got to do this again in reverse. Shit. I know the fact that he's right there. On. Last little bit. We won it finally. Oh dear. That was a bit sweaty. Just a tad sweaty. Them racing super hard tyres not doing much for me there. I think we need some mediums. I think that's what we need right now. By the way, if you haven't dropped a follow already, please do. We are very, very close to 400. My follower count is slightly off. It says 399 on there. I'm at 397 according to Twitch. So if you haven't already, please drop a follow. Would be nice. Be nice to hit 400 by the end of the year, which is what I said I would like to do. I don't know if we will or not. We might do, potentially. Random Maxi Turbo. So we got two French boys. Okay. Oh, this is apparently a way easier race. Okay, sure. Oh, we have a lot more straight line acceleration now. Okay. Oh. Brake. No. Car does not like stopping really. I'm not sure why they couldn't make this a normal race circuit. Not sure why they had to make it a rally circuit, honestly. Did they just not think the racing would be good around here? I could see some overtaking opportunities. I'm guessing because it's just so narrow in places. Which, again, I don't think is inherently a bad thing. There is the Nürburgring, which is also really narrow. Car does not stop. Car does not like stopping. Ow. Come on. Well, we're destroying the Maxi, I'll admit. We are kicking the ass on the Maxi, so I don't need to worry about losing to it. I still can't believe we got the 205 though, that was a bit sway. It's gotta be one of the prize cars, either the Maxi or the 205 Evo 2, right? Surely they have to be one of the prize cars for it. I'll be really upset if the prize car for this is not worth it. Considering how sweaty the opponents are though, it might be. That was wide. Such a long corner, this. Basically does a whole circle around the Arc. I'm assuming that's the Arc de Triomphe. I'm going to guess so. Pretty sure also Grid 2019 or Legends has this particular bit of the track as well for some reason. I'm pretty sure Grid has those two roads. It could be wrong though. I know Grid definitely has a race where you go around the Arc de Triomphe. Casual Michelin man. We are 22 seconds ahead. How? How are we 22 seconds ahead of the poor Renault 5? At least this car is doing bits for us, I suppose. Easy. Nice pathfinding. It did get up to speed eventually. Right. Hopefully, we won't need to use the S4 again, but I could be wrong and we might need to. We'll find out eventually, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Oh dear. I like how I move this forward and it automatically goes like over there. That's better. My legs hurt. Well, yeah, I guess I was right. It was the prize car. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Decent prize car though. I'm not going to complain about it. It's a solid victory there. Right. Okay. What do we do next? We do have some extreme events we need to go through at some point. The most successful Group B rally. It's just a small prize, isn't it? We could try and do like the wind. We have a car for it. We might need to tweak the gears, but we have a car for like the wind. Which is just one big oval boy. We might need to tweak the gears on it, but I think we've got a strong car for like the wind here. I already know it comes with a customizable transmission. The 1 kilo power to weight ratio class race, so basically Le Mans prototypes, basically. Who's ready to drive in a circle for a few laps? I am. Oh, of course we've got another 9.2 here. It's okay, mine will be faster than theirs. You shouldn't need to pit either, really. So what was it on? 17 originally. Let's click it up to 22. We should be fine. This car should have some real speed. Hopefully. We should be faster than everything here now. Assuming that it still gets to the red line. Oh yeah, we've got this. We have this. 100%. That could be a problem. We might have a bit too much air resistance. It's like the wind again. Not like the wind. Mission 23, fellas. We can easily overtake this car. That's not the problem. We do have the slight top end on it. Like a natural top end, that is. But the AI are also way better at keeping their speed around the corners than I am, which could also be a problem. I can't tell which car that is. That the R390 or the R8? I can't tell. It looks like the R390 actually. So the good news is we have the top speed advantage. The bad news is I can't stay there on the banking. But we can overtake them again. Why are my rears so fucked? Hold up. Anyone else seeing this? Why are my rears so cooked? Might have extended the gears a bit too much. We might have a small tyre wear issue here, guys. I'm gonna have to be really, really careful with any sudden steering movements, because this thing is just gonna go yeet somewhere. Please no, Sauber. Please don't. These cars in the bank are going to be a problem. My tyres are going to be so dead by the end of this. My tyres are going to be so dead, I don't know if they'll grip. The only way to guarantee it is to stay on the inside. Okay, we're avoiding the high banking. The car doesn't seem to like that. It seems to go a bit quicker on the inside though. The car seems relatively happy to stay on the inside and go quicker. They're pitting. You couldn't write this. They have actually pit. Why? Why would you pit? I think we'll be okay if we can just keep a smooth steering angle. Good luck, this car does prefer being down here compared to the high line. Why is this bit like so smooth? Those two are not recovering their gap. Those two are absolutely not recovering their gap. The R8 is catching the R390. Whoa! Thank you. I guess that's why you pit. That was bad. What the I could not save that. The R8's pitting. I assume that means the R390's pitting as well. Well, I didn't want to go in the pits, but I guess we've got in the pits. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, I guess that's why they pit. Oh, we've just lost so much time. I don't need fuel. I think we've lost that, guys. I didn't think racing. I didn't think it was gonna go like that. Yeah, we're not catching that group up. God damn it. That's a shame. I think if we didn't have that massive snap going into the pits, we might have been okay. But yeah, that's race over. That is race over pretty much. What a shame. I've just spent like how long trying to do that? And the car yeeted it away from me. Why are they even on? It gives me a chance to redo my gearing as well. Because I think we made it a bit too long. We definitely don't need it that high. That should be fine. Do I let the B-spec driver have a go? See what he can do with the car. Why not? The game sent you to Spain without the S. It literally yeeted my car. I didn't know. Well, where was I gonna go? I don't know where the car was meant to go. Can you please clear this Ford GT? Thank you. I like how all you can hear is wind noise. That R390, by the way, impressive top speed. Those three are going ham at it. We are matching them for speed, if not a little bit quicker. So we will catch up eventually. Poor GTLM's just back here chilling. I mean, we are slowly catching up, I suppose. My car really needs that slipstream to get the extra pull. But I think it's got it. I think it's got it. Should have it now. Oh, there you go. It's definitely got it now. We've left that R8. Completely left the R8. The only problem is it's hard to tell which R390 is mine and which one's the AI's. Do you think the AI will be able to do the laps without spinning? Oh, the gap! The gap at the line would have been mental. No doubt the game's going to want to force the AI to pit. Why if I tell it not? The AI... Do you think the AI will be able to drive this track smoothly enough to not bin it? If there's no traffic around him? It's crazy how close they all are, by the way. I feel like one nudge is going to kill this car, by the way. The AI can drive way smoother than I can. It is worth clarifying. I can't drive that smoothly on a pad. I guess we're about to find out. Can the AI drive the R92CP better than me? Who has more talent, one robot boy or this, like, guy right here? That Audi is trying. The R390's still with it. One little bump is going to send this car to oblivion. I'm so nervous. I don't know if the AI can do it with these tyres. I have no idea if he can do it with these tyres. One nudge is going to kill him. One nudge is actually going to kill him. The R390s fell out of draft. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so nervous. This is where I lost it. This is where I lost it. Can the AI do what I couldn't? Miraculously, he is. The AI is somehow having talent I don't have. That rear right is so suspect right now. The rear tyres are... Oh. I don't know if I can watch. Here we go. We're going for broke with the AI. We're going for broke with the AI. Place your bets. Will the AI bin it on the last lap? He's going to have a massive gap, but will he bin it on the last lap? Miraculously, he's doing okay. Think about the steering control this AI is going to have to be doing. Think about that. Like, that bit is... Listen, you can hear the car... The tyres are hating this. I'm so nervous. Will he make it? Will he make it? Or will he die? Poor GTLM. Only car not to pit. Also still last. Here we go, it's the final corner. No, the AI seems pretty happy to drive on dead-ass tyres. The AI seems very happy to drive on dead-ass tyres. Good lord. What a champ. What a absolute champ. Yeah, he's done it. 8 minutes 27.880 dead. Woo! Oh, Jesus. What's the price for that? That's it. 20 grand for that pain. But it's only one race, I suppose that's fair. But it's a rally event without being a rally event, but for prototype cars only. I'm surprised the AI did not lose control of that car, because I did. What am I meant to do with that? What can I do with that car? What a useless prize car. Unbelievable, Jeff. I don't know what I'm meant to do with that car. I can't do anything with it. Wild. I still need a German car of some sorts. I don't know if we can find one. Oh, this is updated. There's almost nothing in here. Oh, 95 NSX with only 6.2 miles on the clock. Oh, there's a Lexus. 207. Oh, that's basically just the Altezza though, isn't it? Now I think about it, that's basically just an Altezza. Oh, that's American, not German. I had a brain fart. Interesting. A Golf. Golf could be interesting. Unless there's something in here that I don't know. Yeah, that will definitely do it, won't it? Is there any German cars in here? There's a Swedish car. There's no German cars in. There's almost no German cars in there. Because I want to try doing the Schwarzwaldliga. Really, is what I want to try and do. Euro hot hatch. Obviously, you need a European hot hatch. Yeah. Yeah. La Festa Italiano, Italian cars only. I mean, we could do DTM. British lightweight, British GT is. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to entail. Pan-Euro, European cars only. Let's go have a look at the German dealers and see what we've got. What could we buy that might be useful? A3 Quattro. Do you fancy driving the license test car again? RS4 would be for like Schwarzwald would be, so would that and that. I bet the prize cars are these though, aren't they? The prize cars have got to be something like this. Like something like these have got to be the prize cars, surely. Or is there an Audi? Oh, there is Audi event. I suppose Tourist Trophy and A3. Oh, we're gonna need an A3 anyway. That sucks. Quattro could be a fun option. Bit boaty. Ah, well, yeah, about that. We're not picking that. And that's also cheesing it a bit. Okay, let's check out Mercedes-Benz. See what we've got. I mean, these will be Schwarzwaldliga B cars, wouldn't they? There's the SLR McLaren. God, that's old. That, I think, is a prize car for the Legend of the Silver Star, or Legend of the Three Arrows, or whatever it's called. That could be a fun one. That's a prize car for something. I'm not sure what. I know what that's the prize car for, and we can't buy the Sauber Mercedes C9 either. What about VW? Ah yes, the Lupo's already going to really set the world on fire. Oh, you can buy the Beetle RSI. You can buy all the Cup cars as well. R32 Golf. It's a shout. There's nothing in the Legendary Dealer. I know for a fact there's nothing in the Legendary Dealer. Yeah, nah. BMW would be the official pronunciation for BMW. The Z4 330i M3 CSL GTR. Could that be a prize car? Well, it's gotta have to be. And they're also prize cars. I mean, don't We need an M car. We do. What legendary cars we got? The 2002 Turbo. Oh, and the V12 Alabama. Yeah. Roof would be the last place to check right now. We don't need a roof, so... It's a decision. It is a decision that we're gonna have to make. What do we go with? Chat. What do you think we buy? Because we need an Audi A3. We need an Audi TT. We need a Mercedes Benz at some point. We're going to need the Lupo Cup car. And we're going to need a BMW M car. So what do we buy? Because we're going to have to buy these at some point anyway. But what one do we go and smash out the German League events with? I say we pick the A3 because that's a one make specific. The other two are just brands. So I say it would be wise to pick up an A3. That is a lot of colours. You know what? We don't have any yellow cars. Take your pick, guys. You got a BMW or Mercedes Benz for Schwarzwald Liga B, because they're the ones that are going to need the 400 horsepower region, and those two have got more options for it. So we'll go smash out Schwarzwald Liga while we can. Be the A. There's another A3 here. We picked a decent car. Okay, we're a bit under. I feel like I'm back in the license tests again. More on sport medium tyres, so it handles a bit better than the licensed car does. So I don't think this car's actually inherently terrible. He says as he gets re-overtaken by an AI. Oh. I think we're in good hands with this car. And like I said, we're going to need it for the A3 Cup, which I'm not sure on the prize car. I'm assuming it's like a new Volare Quattro or the Le Mans Quattro. It's one of the concept cars, basically. slight rallycross. Big yeet. Yeah, do you know what? I take back what I was saying about being a shit license car. It's not terrible for this event. Like, if you know what you're doing, it is competitive for Schwarzwald Liga A. But yeah, let me know, guys. Do we buy a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz for the B edition? Actually, we'll see what the price car for this is. If it's actually good enough for B, we'll use that. And if we're also really lucky, it'll be eligible for the dealership event. Hey. What? Big yeet over a curb. Bit wide. Yeah, don't let your impressions of the test cars in Gran Turismo 4 be an indication of how they actually are. Because this is solid. This is a solid little car. And it's a license test car for one of the one-lap guide runs. I think they just put it on. I think they put it on comfort mediums, which is why it feels so ass. But it's not a bad little car. It's really not a bad little car. Very pleasant to drive. Through the last corner, we'll yeet the chicane. Whee! I know you guys would have yelled at me if I didn't, so there you go. We yeet the chicane, just for you guys. Ow, we just got hit by the S3. Okay. One race down. We're not going to make our money back on this out. Well, we might do. We might make our money back on this Audi, depending on how competitive it needs to be for the A3 Cup. Hey, we got the titty. Got the titty in this one. And another A3, of course. While we don't have the straight line speed, we can definitely out-corner the opponents. Bonk to goal, bonk, bonk to goal. A little bit arch-barge past the other A3. I actually don't know what the prize car's gonna be. It can't be a good prize car, right? Like, surely for this, it can't be that good of a prize car. There's National A for low-powered German road cars. Is it 300 SL? I've had a brainwave. Is it 300 SL? The reward card. Not all of them. Some of them do have a purpose. I think I'm trying to predict what the prize car for this is, and I'm pretty sure, off the top of my head, it's the 300 SL. Or if it's not that, it's like the new Volare Quattro, which is a concept car and is completely useless in terms of the grand scheme things of a playthrough. Come on, TT. It's either a concept car that I can't use, or it's a 300 SL. I'm gonna go with that as my prediction. I'm gonna go with that as my prediction for this. This car's not a bad little car. I am pleasantly surprised by the Audi A3. It has been surprisingly nicer to drive than I thought it would be, based on my experience with the license test car version of this. Yeah, they put it on comfort mediums. They put it on comfort mediums, that's probably why. I think any car running comfort tyres is genuinely ass. I think. Anything running comfort tyres is ass. Certified 100% ass. I think the only exception is 190E, I think is on sports hards. I think that's the only exception. I'm pretty sure every other one lap license, other than the dirt ones, obviously, and the snow ones. Other than those, every other car is on comfort softs. We do not stand for comfort tyres. Yeah, like, I have to admit, as I've just said, the license test cars do not give you an accurate representation of how these cars are to drive actually in game when you put them on actually decent tyres that actually work. The license test is absolutely hell-bent on making sure that you feel nothing but pain. Because this little A3's done well for us. This little A3 I bought because I was like very concerned that it would like not be good enough, and it's actually okay. It was an Elise. It was a Lotus Elise 72, and yes, it would be bad because the Elise genuinely handled like shit. It is a shit handling car on terrible ass tyres. Casual £5 reward for our wonderful A3. By the way, James, just out of curiosity, have you followed the channel yet? If not, drop a follow. I stream 4 days a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And this is basically the main playthrough at the minute. Oh, 4 laps of Opera Paris as well? Are you kidding me? 4 laps of Autumn Ring, sure, I can do that. 3 laps of Trial Mountain, perfectly acceptable. 4 laps of Opera Paris is 4 laps too many. And I will die on that hill. Hey, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Like I said, I know that follower account says 400, but trust me, it's 398. It's 398. You can, I don't know if you can tell, but it says 398 on my phone now. So, I'll update that follower account when I get a chance. Oh boy. That 330, that is a 330 yard. You buy a 330 because you couldn't afford an M3. I'll say it louder for the people at the back for you. The thing that surprised me is that the Z4 is not as competitive as I thought it would be. I have to admit, the Z4 is a very surprisingly slow car in this championship. Going down the inside of the other Audi A3. There you go. TT next. Bit of a send. TT makes that look like it was dirtier than it was. It wasn't that bad, TT. Calm down. I can't remember what track they gave you for this to do the 1 lap challenge on. I can't remember which one it was. Might have been Laguna Seca? I feel like it might have been Laguna Seca. Bonk. Ow. Stop. 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 I can't tell if that's the same car as mine. I cannot tell if that car is the same as mine or not. That's annoying. It has a sunroof, so no. Wait, does it have a sunroof? I'm not sure. Undersee it. Bonk. Yikes. Okay, we've got ahead of all the AI now. I have no idea what the reward points is for this, by the way. I didn't check the A-spec points. I did not check the A-spec points for this event, but I assume it's not 10. Looking at you, Larry. Like I said, I try and make them as fair as I can. This car is a typical opponent, so it should be within line. I am the difference. I have talent, they do not. I hate this track so much. One more lap to go. This would be good in a moose test. This car would be good in a moose test. If you could get it to turn initially, but yeah, it'd be good in a moose test. Nice and responsive. Can deal with the corners of the track. Car stalled. How does the car stall in automatic? Good job, Griffin. I'm still of the opinion that this should have been a rally circuit, not a racetrack. The Gran Turismo. Oh boy, careful. There you go, easy. 126 points that race. Oh, it was an A3 Quattro. Okay, so it was the same car as me. .330i was not very competitive there. Oh boy. $5 grand, and I can't wait to get a completely useless prize car. Whatever it is, it won't be great. In terms of what we can do with it, it won't be great. I have a feeling. What could it be? Well, I was completely wrong on all of those fronts. That is not useless at all. That is actually very useful. I take everything back I said about the cars that you could have won as a prize. Okay, that wasn't what I was expecting. Okay. Okay. Wasn't what I expected. So we've got the Schwarzwald Liga Bay. I need another German car though. What do we go for? I need an M car. I need a BMW M car. So I guess I'll pick that up. Oh my god, they're expensive, man. We're not going to make our money back on this car, but I could, but it won't be in this episode. It won't be in this episode. We're probably going to finish off as a Schwarzwald Liga B, and I'm going to need them. I need a BMW M car anyway, so I might as well do it with this. And I don't know, I now have no idea what the prize car will be, but I feel it could be a concept. Oh, that's not ideal. Well, if I knew the Nardo was eligible, I would have picked that. Okay, let's just see what we get. Oh, fucking fantastic. 3 to 400 horsepower German cars. Last time I checked, the Nardo nor the SLR are 3 to 400 horsepower. AI seem about right. I guess we're in the typical opponent list, I guess. Ooh, car, hello. They have a bit more slate line speed than I do. But I say I should have used Nardo. I need this car anyway. Because we gotta do the M Power Cup, or the M Cup, or the M Challenge, or whatever it is. Club M. That was it. So we need an M3, basically. I mean, we technically just won one, and that might classify, but why make it easy? I think the AI have I think the AI is slightly tuned. The AI is slightly tuned. The AI is slightly tuned, so they have slightly quicker cars than me. Shit. Oh, stop. That'll explain why all the races like are 100 points. All the races are 100 points because I don't have an upgraded car. These guys do. We're doing okay. The AI keeping me honest though. There were two AI that are miles back. I don't know what's happened to them, and I don't know who it is. There is engine audio, by the way. It's just a really quiet car. I don't know why it's so quiet. Well, there you go. My 354 horsepower M3. 10 grand, okay. So I'll make an 80k loss at the bare minimum in this car. 80k loss, that is so upsetting. An 80k loss for this championship on this car. But if I do the M Cup as well, we might be okay. I'm going to have to hope I can wheel it around the corners better than the AI can here. I've just seen a news article. Cadillac have released the Vistic, which is a baby EV Escalade. Not sure how I feel about that. Golf is very slow off the line, being front wheel drive. You kind of like the Escalade. They've made a mini EV Escalade. They've made a mini EV Escalade. Why? Even Cadillac have said, yeah, we're not doing V8s anymore. Batteries all the way. Give me them Duracells. Give me them Duracell batteries right now. I think we've got this race in the bag. This car's got some good top end, to be fair. Car definitely has some top end to it, which is nice. At least we know we can go quick in a straight line, it's just a bit slow getting there. Why is the M3 CSL so quiet? Why is this car so fucking quiet? You have an engine note. That is a hell of a muffler. I don't understand. In the license test, it's quite loud. Here, it's really quiet. I don't know why it's really quiet. It's unsettling. Like, the moment you start getting air resistance noise, it just drowns out the sound of the M3. Sounds like someone put like some insular tubing inside. It's like, yeah, you're not making any noise. As you do. That's one race down, or another one at least. We got 3 more to go. One's at Fuji, one's at the Nordschleife, and the other one is I've completely forgot. Suzuka. Ah, yes! The most German race circuits. Fuji, Tsukuba, Tokyo. Only the finest German circuits. I wonder if this is the 2005, 90s, or 80s variant. That's the real question. '90s. We got the SL600 again, and a regular M3. The Golf had like the worst start in the world. Oh, the switchback! The switchback was so good. Hello, Mark. Big braking zone, so we outbroke it. So we're gonna have to we'll take the chicane normally because, well, I'm confident. Fun fact, in GT4 Prologue, that yellow wall isn't there, by the way. Just as a fun fact, in GT4 Prologue, that yellow wall isn't there. Car's getting up to speed. Careful, we're not rallying. I know the M3s of old used to go rallying, but this one never did. At least I'm pretty sure it didn't. Whew. It's brake! Brake! Thank you. Thank you, car, for cooperating. A little bit of curb. That's a bit of grass. Do you think we'll hit 6th gear? I'm not convinced we'll hit 6th gear. I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing, but... That Merc is rapidly pulling away from everyone. I wonder if it's because of all of its straight line speed. This car's so quiet, it's so weird! Cut. I still don't know how to feel about this cut. Someone needs to take the muffler off. I don't even know if changing the exhaust to a sport exhaust would make it noisier. Make it sound weird, for sure. I just don't know if it'll make it sound sportier. Whew. We scored lol points. 101, lol. Somehow the Golf has beaten A50. Oh no, I take that back. I thought the Golf would beat an E55 for a moment. I was just like, hold up, that's not right. Don't think that's how that works. Although I'm interested to see that there's a Mark V Golf in this set, when it only makes about 250 horsepower. So I'm assuming they've upgraded the car and gone, yeah, that'll do. And then just said, yeah, you're going racing against like German saloon cars. Something like that. Suzuka next. And then we got the Nordschleifer to end it off. Why not? Oh dear. RS4, an S4, an M3 CSL, an RS6, and a Golf Mark 5. Why is the Golf here? Oh look, the Golf got off to a shocking start again. These two Audis are really slowing in the way. Bonk. I'm sorry Audi, I didn't mean to hit you. He's drifting, he saved it. Yeah, the AI just shit in the corners. The AI are actually just dog shit in the corner. It doesn't matter if they've got like more horsepower, they can't turn. Obviously we'll do this Nordschleife and I'll call it a night. How high does this thing rev? 8.5. Near enough. Slight bit of rallying. One more lap of Suzuka and then one lap of Nordschleife. We are miles ahead of the opposition. These races are meant to be hard, by the way. The sad thing is that I think I'm going to have to drive the Nordschleife race. I don't think the AI will be good enough to beat it. Even though this car has the grip and the means to do them. Woo! Hit the brake. I feel like the price car Nuvolari Quattro. I'll be surprised if it's anything better. But I think it's a Nuvolari Quattro. Oh no, it can't be the Nuvolari Quattro. That's for 25%. Shit. Le Mans Quattro? Might be the Le Mans Quattro? Not sure. Look at the price card. That's gonna bother me now. What the fuck could the price card be? What the fuck could the price card be for this? Surely it's not the McLaren F1 GTR. It can't be the F1 GTR. Surely. Surely they are not that stupid to give you a race car for this championship that early. There's just no way. Surely there is no way it's the F1 GTR. It just can't be. M3 GTR maybe is a possible shout, but I don't think it's the F1 GTR. What could it be? Because I feel like the M3 GTR's for Club M. But I'm pretty sure that's for Club M. I don't think it's for this. I'm almost positive it's not. It's either the M3 GTR, which is very unlikely, the F1 GTR, or the Le Mans Quattro. It's got to be one of them. I just don't know which one. I feel like it could be the Audi Le Mans Quattro, which means we could have a useless prize car yet again, as the Golf goes rallying into the wall at Hatson back. Where the fuck are you going, Golf? I know for a fact it's not CLK GTR. I know exactly where we get that prize car. I know exactly where we get that prize car. So I know it's not CLK GTR. We know it's not CTR Yellowbird because we've already won it. Jesus, car. We recovered that. M3 GTR race car for Schwarzwald Liga A. Surely the F1 GTR is not the price for this. It can't be. I outright refuse to believe that the F1 GTR is the prize car for this event. I'm positive the M3 GTR is for Club M. I'm pretty sure. Which leaves me at the Le Mans Quattro. That leaves me at the Le Mans Quattro as the prize car for this. It's either that or that B. Schwarzwald Liga A is the M3 GTR race car, which we've just won. This is B. If it's not the new Volare Quattro, because we know that's for 25%. What's the crossover concept? I think it's one of the Audi concept cars. I think. I'm going to hazard an educated guess that it is one of the Audi concept cars. That's my guess. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's something better than that. But my initial guess is one of the Audi concept cars. And I think I'll stick with that as my final answer. I think it's one of the Audi concept cars. But it's not the new Volare. And I don't know what the other one's called. There's three. There's the Le Mans Quattro, which is the R8 road car concept. There's the new Volare, which you get for 25%, so I know it's not that. And I can't remember what the other one's called. It's like an SUV. I'm just really not sure. But my final guess is the Audi concept cars. That's my final guess. I just don't think it could be anything else. Well, I'm on official hardware, my guy. I'm not going to tell you because obviously that's fair. But no, I'm not on a randomizer. I'm on a PS2. That's why the footage looks so great. I'm on a PlayStation 2 playing this. So it's always the same price car for me. It's just been so long since I've 100% GT4, I don't remember half of them. Doing some rallying. Sorry, Marshall. That just makes me more curious. What the fuck could it be then? It's got to be something German, right? It'd be really, really dumb if they had a German-themed event and the prize car wasn't German. Because I've basically gone through like basically every German prize car like. What AMG's a prize car? The only one I know is this. Is it one of the fucking shit, like 90s marks? Oh! Oh, I think I know. Is it the Evo 2 touring car? I completely forgotten about that. I genuinely thought you got it from the Mercedes-Benz dealership event. But I guess that makes sense, considering that should give you then the 300 SL. I'm going to guess. Apparently the phrase bingo bongo is bullying. I don't think so, not here anyway. That is interesting. Okay, so that completely throws. What the fuck is Legend of the Silver Arrow then? A 300 SL, surely. $300 SL for the Legend of Silver Arrow event. That doesn't sound right. But I know it's right. Do you know what? I had completely forgotten about the Evo 2 touring car. I genuinely thought that was from the Mert dealer. I didn't think it would be here. But, again, it does allow us to do DTM. which I already have a car for, but it won't be this one that we're using. That makes sense. I would never have guessed that if you hadn't said it was an AMG Merc. Interesting. So that actually gives you 2 race cars. By the way, I'm pretty sure the M3 GTR is eligible for that. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's eligible. You just spoiled it a little bit. Like, when you said AMG Merc, I was like, hold on, there's no AMG Merc prize cars. There's only the CLK. But if I actually go to the dealership, there is probably a couple of Mercs you can't buy. But I'm pretty sure all the new ones you can. The only exception is the CLK. But that's not an AMG, so that ruled that out. And I was like, okay, legendary cars. I was like, it can't be a 300SL or a Patent Motorwagen because they're not AMGs. The only AMG ones are these 2. And I knew by default it wasn't this. So that just left that. Because you can buy the road one. You can buy the road one, but you can't buy the racing one. So that kind of just narrowed it down to one of these 2. And I was just like, well, I know it's not that, so it must be that. My memory's pretty good, don't get me wrong. Like, there are genuinely some events I've looked at and I've just gone, what the fuck is this? It's here, guys! We've got it! It's here! It's finally showed up! We finally got one! We can finally buy it! It's right there! I thought for some reason it was a 93. I can't believe that that's finally spawned. What's in here? Oh, the Carol. I don't know why I was thinking of buying that, but that doesn't come up particularly often either. Oh, do I want to get the... I want the blue Delta. That's the thing. I'll buy the white one so we've got it for now, just in case we miss the blue one. We finally got one! It's only taken how many in-game days to pick up an Integrale Evoluzione road car? Oh my god, what a decision. Holy shit. We were on the last day of that rotate. If I had gone one more race and not checked, we would have lost access to that car for like another like age. Holy crap. That's mildly worrying. 406 V6 Coupe could be a fun option for the French Championship. I think it'd be an interesting. It won't be the best choice, but it could be an interesting choice. We'll pick it up, but we won't use it right now. It's not in the best colour, but I have a soft spot for the 406. I don't actually know why. Meme car, we found the meme car. We've got a dandelion yellow Evo 5. You can't not purchase that. There goes all of my prize cars that I can, like prize money that I've just won in like 3 purchases. Please don't tell me I already own a yellow Evo 5. Well, that would have been useful. How much? That's expensive. And that's not much better. What the fuck? Why are they all so expensive? Oh dear. What on earth are these cars? I guess the game's like, you're in the late game now, boy. You are not you will not be making any more cheap purchases. We are on day 500. We are at 43.1%. We are nowhere near done. Christ. We have 101 cars. We've won 8. We've only purchased in this playthrough 21 cars. We've only had to buy 21 cars, and we've done 43% of the game. That is a good going. So far, we've used 28 cars in this playthrough. So far. And we all started with a Lupo. There's our 205 turbo, obviously. Got a Delta. Got a 406, which will be... Please don't tell me I already own the yellow Evo, by the way. I like how you can do it by colour, which is interesting. No, we don't own a yellow Evo 5. So that was a good pickup. And then you got the multicoloured race cars. So yeah, we got a lot of... Actually, we could use the Jensen Interceptor for the British thing, couldn't we? Would be a very solid choice, just a bit old. We will look at all of that when we return for the next part, I think. But yeah, we're slowly getting a decent garage, slowly but surely. It's slowly turning in. So look, there's a new Volare Quattro. What was the other Audi I was thinking of? That's gonna bother me now. What was the other Audi I was thinking of? The concept one. That's Legendary Cars, which I... The Pikes Peak Quattro. Right, that's why I couldn't remember the name of it. That's the SUV that you can't do anything with. There's the new Volare, which we already have, like I said. Actually not sure what that became. Did that become the RS5? I feel like it might become the RS5. That's where it looks closest to, anyway. Then you got the Le Mans Quattro, which I think comes in one colour, which is jet blue. Right, so I think in the next part we'll look at entering the DTM Championship and getting that one out of the way, because that's a 10 race championship. I know we've just won the Mercedes, but that's not the car we're going to use. I think the car we are going to use, which we got for completely free, and is also actually quite a bit quicker in all fair. Where is that Mercedes, by the way? Where is it? I've just won it. Where's my mark? Give me my mark. Where's my Mercedes? AMG Mercedes. 382 horsepower for the wonderful 190e, or 427 in the Calibra. I think the Calibra will be the fun choice. We could go by the TT or the A4, but I think the Calibra will be an interesting pick because it's 4-wheel drive and revs to like 12,000 RPM. So I think it could be fun to run the Opel Calibra. Obviously, we are going to win the CLK GTR from that event. I do know that. But that still leaves me the question of where the fuck do I get the Vauxhall ones? Because I'm pretty sure there's no Vauxhall events, as far as I know. I could be wrong though. Where is it? Vauxhall. There's no Vauxhall races, so where can you buy them? Oh, you purchase some. As for why that one is so expensive and this one isn't, I don't know. I have zero idea why these two are so drastically different in price. That one's the better car. The Astra Super Touring car is the better car by quite a considerable margin. I don't know why, but they I know how we get the Mini Marcos, which is the only car there. The list of store, they are, well, that's a Mini Championship. Because Mini has a Mini Challenge, of course it does. What else would it be? Sorry, Mini Sports Meeting, which basically requires you one of 3 cars. The best car's the Cooper S. That's not even a debate. The best car for it's the Cooper S. Because it has way more horsepower, way more torque, and just a better engine. And there's a good old convertible Mini one. Fun times. 26 grand for a Cooper. Could be a problem. But we'll deal with all that on the next part, I think. I think we've made some good progress today. We finished off the Japan GT Championship. We bought a couple of fun cars, including the Delta, which was a fun purchase. Also got the Yellow Evo, which is also another meme purchase. We're getting a slow roster of cars, which is going to be useful for the long haul, no doubt. We are going to need them. So yeah, I think next part we'll have a crack at the DTM Championship. Try and get CLK GTR. And we'll try and knock out maybe a couple of other one-make races, because that's where the majority of the progression is, I think. Now, we're starting to run out of events. Obviously, we've still got a few endurance races to do, and a few extreme races left to do, but I want to try and spread them out a little bit more. So we're going to have to start buying a lot of cars in the near future, I think. Hopefully, we'll still have enough money for when all the 4 special black cars roll around and we can purchase them all. Hopefully, we'll have enough money for that. But yeah, I think that will be a good place to wrap up for the evening. Thank you so much for joining. James for the follow. Larry for the 2 subs. Everyone for chatting. And yeah, I'll see you all Thursday. Have a good night, guys. Bye.